Today we got a new look, a new trailer for Bleach Rebirth of Souls, which is an upcoming anime arena-based fighting game. Some are saying that it's not a typical anime arena fighting game, but that really doesn't matter because it's going to be compared to other anime games, and most other anime games are arena fighting games. So regardless of that fact, this game, which was announced back in June, July, somewhere around there, now has a release window, coming in early 2025. Now, this concerns me for a number of reasons. The first being the size of the launch character roster, and the second being any potential competition that this game is going to have, depending on when it releases and what games it's going to be competing against. We already have some games that were supposed to come out this year that have now been pushed to early 2025. Games like Assassin's Creed Shadows, which is a far bigger franchise than Bleach in the gaming world. Games like Metal Gear Delta, which is also a far bigger franchise than Bleach is in the gaming world. The fact that this is coming out in early 2025, like I said, I'm not really too enthusiastic about that. Personally, I believe that this game would have been suited better for a summer release rather than an early, quarter one, quarter two release of the year, since the middle of the year is typically empty in the gaming industry each year. But that's just me. As far as the trailer goes, it didn't really showcase anything interesting. Anyone who's been following the news on this game knows that the game will cover the series from the beginning all the way through to the end of the Arrancar arc, which is roughly over 300 episodes from the anime. The fact that, we're seeing a character like Ulquiorra is, again, it's to be expected. If you've been up to date with, what's been announced for this. Now, I do want to go over two important arguments for Bleach Rebirth of Souls. The first of which is how this game has been marketed. And the marketing for this game has been terrible. It's been horrible. Basically, everything from the announcement trailer onward to now has been random and not very informative. There's legions of videos right now on YouTube from random people in this fan base, basically trying to guess and analyze exactly how this game plays. Many are saying that this game is going to be more of a traditional fighting game, similar to Tekken or Soul Calibur. Of course, when you look at the gameplay for this, that doesn't seem to be the case. Not in its presentation, not in its gameplay mechanics. Nothing about this screams, oh yeah, this is a Tekken-style Bleach game. Or this is a Soul Calibur-style Bleach game. I think a lot of people are jumping the shark on that one. But if you pay attention to the marketing for this game, close attention, all the trailers seem to highlight an important issue when it comes to how this game is going to perform when it does release early next year. Now, this particular trailer, known as the Reawakening trailer, just came out today. So it's still getting views right now. I don't suspect, however, that this trailer is going to go past the 150,000 mark on any channel that's uploaded it, whether it's the PlayStation YouTube channel or any of the three Bandai Namco channels, which would include Bandai Namco America, Bandai Namco Europe, and Bandai Namco Entertainment, which is the Asian equivalent of Bandai Namco's platform on YouTube. So I just refreshed this, and as of this recording, this trailer, the Reawakening trailer, which has the most views on YouTube from the Bandai Namco Europe channel, has 84,000 views. And in the grand scheme of things, that's a very small number. The same trailer on Bandai Namco's American channel has just north of 37,000 views, which is far worse than the dwarf-size 84,000 views on the Europe channel. Now, Bandai Namco America, out of Bandai Namco's three different YouTube channels, has the most views for virtually anything that they upload. And when you pull up Bleach Rebirth of Souls in the search, and you go through all of the videos that they've uploaded for this game since the announcement trailer, what you'll see is a concerning red flag. There is not a single upload on this game from Bandai Namco America's channel that has 300,000 views outside of the initial announcement trailer. And the initial announcement trailer should have the most views, because not everyone's going to pay attention to all of these different smaller trailers that come out for this game. First impressions are what's most important. And for Bleach Rebirth of Souls, the announcement trailer only has 781,000 views, which, again, in the grand scheme of things, is a very small figure. And mind you, the announcement trailer for Rebirth of Souls on Bandai Namco Entertainment America's channel has the highest view count for the announcement trailer for this game, out of anywhere else on the platform. So what that means is, there's not a single trailer for this game that's been released that's hit a minimum of 1 million views. And by comparison, for the upcoming Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, another anime fighting game from a popular franchise, similar to Bleach Rebirth of Souls, has also had a slew of trailers released from going on 9 months ago. And if you look at the numbers for these trailers, dating all the way back to the announcement trailer, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero's announcement trailer has a total of 3 million views, compared to the dwarf-size announcement trailer for Bleach Rebirth of Souls. Now, it should be at this point in the video where you understand exactly where I'm going with this. Every single trailer that's been released for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero has either close to or over 1 million views. The Power vs. Speed trailer, 1.1 million views. Goku vs. Vegeta Rivals trailer, 4 million views. Release date announcement trailer, 2.6 million views. Fused Warriors trailer, 2.3 million views. Master and Apprentice trailer, 1.5 million views. Sword vs. Fist trailer, 1.3 million views. San and Namek Saga's character trailer, 1.4 million views. Android Saga character trailer, 1.4 million views. Majin Buu Saga character trailer, 1.2 million views. GT character trailer, 1.9 million views. Super and Movies character trailer, 1.1 million views. Full roster reveal, 1.7 million views, and that's just from a week ago. The lowest view count for this game in its marketing is the Moment trailer, which is less than a minute long, and that has about the same number of views as the dwarf-size announcement trailer for Bleach Rebirth of Souls. And that within of itself highlights a huge problem for this game. But it's not just the marketing that's a problem. Here I am on Reddit right now, on the Rebirth of Souls Bleach Reddit page, and if you search on Reddit for this particular page, you'll see that Rebirth of Souls Bleach on Reddit has only 617 members. And one could raise the question saying, maybe people are talking about this game on a different Reddit page, such as the official Bleach page. And upon searching Rebirth of Souls on the official Bleach Reddit page, and filtering this to the past month, the amount of comments and the amount of votes in each topic is very, very small. Clearly, there's barely any discussion going on for Rebirth of Souls on the official Bleach Reddit page. Now, if I compare the number of members for virtually any other video game released in the past year or so to the Reddit page for Bleach Rebirth of Souls, you'll see some interesting numbers appear. Starfield, over 911,000 members. Resident Evil 4 Remake, 3,000 members. Marvel's Spider-Man 2, 43,000 members. How about the upcoming Dragon Ball Sparking Zero? There seems to be two main pages for that game. One's listed as Tenkaichi 4, which is what Sparking Zero is, that has 26,000 members, and the other is just Sparking Zero at 30,000 members. But Bleach Rebirth of Souls has just 617, less than 1,000 members. And if you're not on YouTube, the only other place that you can go on the internet to have extended discussions in a broad community regarding the gaming industry is Reddit. So if no one on Reddit is talking about this game, and none of the trailers for this game have hit 1 million views, it really begs the question of just how successful this game is going to be when it releases early next year. I also want to highlight the fact that this particular channel, which as of 2 weeks ago uploaded the 24 minutes of demo gameplay footage that I went over in one of my last uploads on this game, this particular video, this particular upload, has the highest view count for anything Bleach Rebirth of Souls related on YouTube. And if I filter the comments here, a lot of these comments are negative. They're not a little bit negative, they're all the way negative. It feels like a beta version or unfinished game. Low budget, low effort games in turn deserve even lower sales. Combat seems to be very slow for the anime, not a lot of flash stepping or dodge mechanics. Hopefully there is more to its mechanics, wouldn't be fun spamming the same move. The character movements is slow and the combat is a little boring to watch. I have to play the game and judge by myself later. And of course this person is someone who has an Ichigo avatar for his channel pick. And it just goes on and on and on. This kinda looks shit. So the responses to the gameplay seem to be very mixed. There's no kind of relevant discussion going on with this game. And even if you look at some of the comments on the most recent trailers released for this, which includes the Reawakening trailer, a lot of these are shill fanboy drone comments from people who are blindly going to buy the game when it comes out. If you look at the individual character trailers for this game, they're each a minute and 5 seconds long, which is fucking crazy. They only showcase the special moves of the specific character that the trailer is themed to. They don't really reveal anything regarding how the character actually plays, and the only thing they're good for is showing exactly who is playable in the game. These things are worse than some of the Mortal Kombat DLC character trailers. At least with those trailers, they do show some combos and whatnot that you can pull off in the game. So you can kind of get an idea of how the character plays. You get none of that with these character trailers here with this game. Again, the marketing has been horrible, which is part of the reason why no one's talking about this game. No one's talking about it on Reddit. The discussion for the game on YouTube has been reduced down to the hardcore minority within Bleach's fan base. And overall, just based off of the view counts of the trailers, the negativity of the comments of people who've seen the 24-minute gameplay video, and just the general lack of interest in general for this game, seems to point to the fact that the sales for the game, the lifetime sales that is, not the launch sales, but the lifetime sales, aren't going to be that high. But exactly how high are they going to be? Well, that leads me into my second point. Right now, I am predicting that Bleach Rebirth of Souls, for its lifetime sales, will not sell more than 3 million units. And I'm going to explain how I came to that figure. Let's start with where Bleach is on the scale of popularity for anime franchises in general. If you look at the best-selling manga of all time, Bleach is not in the top 10. In the top 10 we have One Piece, Golgo 13, Detective Conan, Dragon Ball, whatever the hell that is, Naruto, Slam Dunk, Tokyo Beat Cops, Demon Slayer, and whatever the hell that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Bleach isn't even in the top 10 for best-selling manga of all time. But where exactly does Bleach place? Well, it places outside the top 10 at number 13. And this is backed up by other articles discussing the same topic. The series ranks at number 13 with 130 million copies sold and 74 volumes. And by comparison, for manga that's ahead of Bleach on the same list, we have franchises like Attack on Titan that have far less volumes than Bleach does at 34, but has sold 10 million copies more than Bleach. In fact, a number of these franchises within the top 10 best-selling of all time have way less volumes than Bleach, but have outsold it almost double. Naruto has 72 volumes, 2 less than Bleach, but that series has sold 250 million copies. Dragon Ball has 42 volumes, yet has sold 260 million copies. But there's one series on here in particular that I want to highlight, and that's Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer, which started its publication in 2016, has been around for less than 10 years. The series only has 23 volumes, yet has surpassed Bleach's lifetime manga sales worldwide. So clearly Demon Slayer is the more popular series compared to Bleach. And similar to a number of these other franchises, Demon Slayer has been made into a video game with the Hinokami Chronicles, which came out back in 2021, and I did cover this game on the channel. If you look at Demon Slayer's market performance on Steam, from its release all the way up through till now, the all-time peak of concurrent players for Demon Slayer The Hinokami Chronicles is 7,995 players. The game was released back in October in 2021, and this is also the same year, just months after Demon Slayer had an official movie with the Mugen Train movie that came out, that pretty much launched that particular series into mainstream status. And so this was Demon Slayer at the height of its popularity. Game came out back in October, almost 8,000 players. 1 month later, by November, that number dropped to 2,000 players. Less than 2,000 players by January of the following year, and less than 1,000 players, period, by March of the following year. Less than 6 months after release. And while the game did see a bump here and there, it never really recovered. Now the average 24-hour peak of concurrent players for Demon Slayer The Hinokami Chronicles is 190. Less than 200 players. Regarding the sales figures for Demon Slayer The Hinokami Chronicles, according to VG Insights, the game sold over 551,000 units on Steam. According to Gamealytic, the game sold 338.4 thousand units on Steam. Overall, according to VG Charts, across all major platforms, Demon Slayer The Hinokami Chronicles sold just 3 million units within its first few months. And considering that Bleach is less popular than Demon Slayer, that leads me to believe, considering that none of the trailers for the game, including the announcement trailer, has hit a total of 1 million views, unlike other similar anime games like Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, considering other recent anime games from more popular franchises over Bleach, such as Dragon Ball FighterZ, which has sold at least 10 million units, and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which if it hasn't hit 10 million by now, it surely will soon. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, which has hit that sweet spot with 10 million lifetime units sold, and the Naruto Storm franchise, which has sold over 20 million units across the entire series, with nearly half of those lifetime sales coming from Naruto Storm 4 alone. Yet the Demon Slayer game, from a franchise that's closer to Bleach's lifetime million manga copies sold, that game only pushed 3 million units sold within the first few months of its release, and the game's player base has fallen off to the point of it basically being a dead game. When you combine all of this information together, it paints a very not so optimistic picture for Bleach Rebirth of Souls. Now, as a fan of the series, I hope that this game will, fill the void of there being a strong AAA Bleach fighting game. And I do like some of what I've seen from this, but I can't say I'm optimistic. I can't say I'm optimistic when hardly anyone is talking about the game. I can't say I'm optimistic when barely anybody pays attention to any of the trailers that's been released for this. And I can't say I'm optimistic when this game is based on a franchise that's not even in the top 10 of best-selling anime franchises of all time. And other similar anime games that aren't Naruto Storm or Dragon Ball anything haven't done so well. So with regards to Bleach Rebirth of Souls, it appears that this game is going to need a lot of luck and nothing short of a miracle in order for it to have a large, massive, dedicated player base beyond the first month of release.